Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Edify. Today's topic is oblique collision, which appears in the plus 2 year and BSc first year semester. I have already done a video on elastic head-on collision. Make sure you check it. I'll leave the link in the description below. This is an pretty important concept, oblique collisions. Before going into the topic, make sure you like this video, share this video if you find it interesting, and make sure you subscribe to us so it gives a confidence to make us new videos, and ring the bell icon for further notification. So moving into the topic. In the exams, they would be given question like state that in a laboratory, two particles of same mass will move at right angle to each other after an elastic collision. Assume the target to be at rest before collision. They are saying that to state there are two particles having same mass will move at the right angle after the elastic collision, assumed that one of the particle is at rest. So we'll be proving the derivation over here. So we will be proving the derivation. So what is oblique collision? If velocity of particle both before or after collision doesn't move in a straight line in the same line, then it is called as oblique collision. It says it is simple. If a velocity of a particle both before collision and after collision, both before or after, doesn't move in the same line, then it is called as oblique collision. Example, if a particle A is here and is moving in this line, and a particle B is here and is moving in this side, this collision happens and one of them move in the one direction and the other moves in the other direction. This is called as oblique collision. Whereas head-on collision I have done in the previous video, it moves in the same path, in the same direction. So this is head-on collision, this is oblique collision. So there is a difference. Make sure you check out the video that I have already done in the description. The link is in the description, head-on collision. So you'll know the difference between oblique collision and head-on collision. We know according to conservation of linear momentum, we know that m1v_u1 plus m2u2 is equals to m1v1 plus m2v2. Consider this as first equation. We also know half m1u1 square plus half m2u2 square is equals to half m1v1 square plus half m2v2 square. Consider this as second equation. So we know that according to conservation of linear momentum, m1u1 plus m2u2 is equals to m1v1 plus m2v2. This is the first equation, and the next one is half m1u1 square plus half m2u2 square is equals to half m1v1 square plus half m2v2 square. This is the second equation. This comes from according to the conservation of linear momentum. Now we are considering for a particular case. What is the case? In the question they have given that the mass of both the particles are same. Mass of both particles are same. That is m1 is equals to m2. And one of the particle is said to be at rest. Mass of both the particles are same, that is m1 is equals to m2, and one of the particle is said to be at rest, that is, let us consider second particle to be at rest, so u2 is equals to 0, whereas u1 has some initial velocity. So as per the question, m1 and m2 are same because the masses are being called to be same, and one of the particle is said to be at rest, so the initial velocity of the second particle be 0. So equation 1 becomes m1u1 plus m2u2. Your u2 is 0, so anything multiplied with 0 is 0, so it becomes 0 is equals to m1v1 plus m2 is same as m1, so let us consider it as m1, so m1 v2. This is the equation 1 after applying the particular case. So m1 u1 is equals to m1 v1 plus m1 v2 we get. Take m1 as common, so v1 plus v2 you get, m1 u1, m1 and m1 get cancels, so you are left with u1 is equals to v1 plus v2. Consider this as third equation. So we got u1 is equals to v1 plus v2. Now let us use dot product. Using dot product, we will multiply u1 with u1 itself. So you get u1 dot u1 is equals to v1 plus v2 dot v1 plus v2. We are multiplying u1 with u1 itself. So if v1 plus v2 will also get multiplied with v1 plus v2. So u1 dot u1, multiply this term with this term, you get v1 plus v2, v1 v1 plus v2 v1 plus v1 v2 plus v2 v2. Consider this as fourth equation. But for elastic collision, you know that u1 is equals to v1 plus v2. Therefore, u1 u1, that implies u1 u1 is equals to v1 v1 plus v2 v2. This is fifth equation, sorry. Because u1 is equals to v1 plus v2, so replace v1 u1 with so v1 plus v2 can be replaced with u1. So you got the fifth equation. So from 4 and 5, we can easily say that v1 is directly perpendicular to the v2. Velocity of the first particle is final velocity of the first particle is directly perpendicular to the v2. What is directly perpendicular? It means 90 degree. So the question is saying that state that in the laboratory two particles of same mass will move in the right angle. Right angle means 90 degree to each other after elastic collision. So after an elastic collision, it is being said that v1 and v2 after the collision they are moving at the right angle. So this is the concept of oblique collision. It's an important topic. Read the topic. If you don't understand, make sure you comment down below, so I'll make another video that is even more simple and even more scoreable. So thank you. If you have any doubts, you can also mail us at anantkumarg169@16990@gmail.com. It will be down in the description. You can also DM us at Edify Official on Instagram and ask your questions over there. Thank you.